Alright, I'm back again. This time I'm going to work on another part. See, this is all kind of nubbed down really bad. Not as much teeth on here as this one, so it's wearing down. So I'm going to replace this whole thing, so get started. Alright, so for this portion, we want to take this nut off and to be able to get this flywheel off. So you want to provide some resistance too at the same time, because you know I got the steel rod, so as this thing will turn as soon as I try to use the impact wrench to remove it. So you see, and I'll be able to take that nut off. So all right, here we go. Well, make sure it turns in the right direction. There we go. Okay, so I took this cup flywheel off, and like I said, it's worn down on these teeth. So they don't make this part anymore, and it's outdated. So I went ahead and ordered another part that it says was a best fit for this lawnmower. And so I'm going to install that into there. I took this this washer off from here and put it into here. So I'm going to install that into this one, and hopefully it works out. And because, like I said, the big difference is the teeth. But it says that it's compatible. I don't know how, but we'll find out here in a minute. So there's two little slots right there. There's two slots right here. So make sure it fits right on there perfectly. No problem, it looks like. Now that little flange, the little washer, put that on there. Make sure it's seated in there really well. Good. Alright, so we got our cut flywheel, and we have our washer seated down. Now we just need this nut. It goes in like nothing. It's said as in the instruction manual that this has to be torqued down to 60 foot-pounds, which really isn't a whole lot. So it doesn't require a lot of heavy tightening. So not a very long, you know, trigger. Don't be trigger happy with this. And you know, since I got my, you know, impact wrench, and make sure it's in the right direction to turn. Make sure you got your steel rod for resistance for the flywheel. And like I said, not too much. Well, let's check first. Yeah, it's not even. So it doesn't require that much revolutions to tighten it, just a little bit. But it's tightened up, so it's not loose. So that's all that's important to me. It's got a little bit of a fitting issue, but there it goes. And there's my ratchet right there. There we go. Let's start it. Quick summary of what I did. Basically, I replaced this cut flywheel. The part number for this is 590545. It is an outdated part number for Briggs & Stratton. And as you can see, this is originally what it's supposed to look like on the teeth. And then as you can see here, the teeth looks like someone got a blade and chopped off the shark fin. But you see, over time, over 10 years that I've had this mower, it has worn down 3 of the teeth. Here's the other one. Here's the last one. So over time, the teeth get worn down, and so as you try to engage the flywheel, you know, from the starter, as you try to engage it, it just flies right over it. And sometimes it'll start it, sometimes it won't. And then when it finally gets to this, then it catches it, and then it starts the mower. But with these teeth being worn out, it'll take you about maybe 2 or 3 pulls before you finally get it going. So this is a good thing. It was important to replace that. But this is outdated. It's not manufactured anymore. And that's where this comes in. It's a Briggs & Stratton part. It's another cut flywheel. This is actually compatible with the mower that I have, which is a Gold Series 140cc overhead valve Briggs & Stratton motor. And the part number here is 593960. And as you can see, from what I showed on the video, the teeth are more squarish and very different. But as you can see, it actually works. You just kind of have to finagle with the starter line as you put the head back on, the cover head. When you put it back on, you have to kind of finagle with the starter line, and then it'll engage with the teeth, and then they'll seat back down perfectly. But this is it, and that worked out well. Mainly because of this. I did the product review. It did the job. You have the impact sockets, and I used my ratchet, which I kind of thought I didn't really need, but it worked out just as good. It's not very fast, but it did the job. So as I start using this is okay. I would probably say 4.5 stars, but I think this will eventually be a 5 as I start get more use out of it, probably for automobile, fixing car stuff. But thank you very much for dropping by and looking at this video. Yeah, it's a big deal placing that. All right, I'm done, and I'll see you on the next one.